Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Half Sword and Talking. This is my Let's Play series, you know. Just getting in. This play. Yeah, so this is a secret YouTube channel. Oh god, I forgot how to play this game. Wait, do I have to turn up? I have to mess with some settings, I think. You know, I'll get into the meat of the video in a bit. You know, I just gotta take some time to warm up. You know, you want some good gameplay in the background of me kicking this poor man below a fence. You know, I just dropped something. You might have heard that. I'm figuring out audio settings right now. Okay, so you know, I have another channel. It has, you know, 115 subscribers, but I'm starting anew. Okay. You know, I think everyone at some point has gotta, you know, start from zero to really feel like, you know, what it's like from the bottom. Wow, I was truly a shot. I turned damage to NPC. But I'm gonna turn it down, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna turn damage to player up. I've never seen that before. Oh god. The best weapon in the game. This big torch. Yeah, I mean, so, you know, I had a channel running for a good while. I started moving it to music. No one really cared about my music. And then I was like, you know what? I want to get back into this whole, you know, swing of content creation, I guess. And you know, this is honestly around the time of, I don't know if you've seen the LARP channels popping up all over. You know, that was a really inspirational, you know, one might say. Come here. You know, I was a big fan of Technoblade back in the day as well. Yeah. So I feel like, you know, there's a bit of a lost art of these playing games and talking kind of videos. Maybe not. Maybe it's becoming oversaturated. You know. Maybe at some point there's just gonna be too many of these. It's gonna seem fake. It feels like something an etymology nerd would say or something. Anyways, I won. You know, like some sort of treadmill or something. Oh, you know, hold on. Let me get the truly most goated weapon. Yeah, you know, I feel like at some point, you know, authenticity becomes too hard to truly portray online. You know, I feel like, you know, people always talk about wanting, you know, real life spaces nowadays because, you know, everyone craves the feeling of just authentically, you know, talking to someone nowadays. This is kind of a funny game to do this with. But, you know, I mean, like, you know, people crave, you know, the feeling of, you know, what they perceive as, I guess, before COVID, you know. You know, they want the feeling of that pre-pandemic era life. You know, it's interesting. You know, I mean, personally, you know, I think we live in the era we live in, and you know, there's nothing you can really do about, you know, the time that you're born or the age that you are. Oh god. Oh god, I'm getting cooked out here. I should not have picked whatever this game mode is called. I'm gonna kick this guy in the shins. Hold on. Oh.
For the love of God.
Okay, yeah. No, I'll back off. Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, probably gonna take some time to get some confidence and you know, speaking online just normally, like a Jake Lad video, you know. But you know, I think eventually, I get a knack for it. You know, I'll continue going. Oh my god, I can't even grab my spear. Come on. Come on, no, I don't one-hand it. I'm disappointed in my guy right now. I mean, you know what? No. Yeah, get down. Get down. Get down. Get down. There you go. There you go, buddy. No. I get to have that. Thank you, thank you. I just gonna constantly be looking over my shoulder this entire time. You know, content creation truly is the most embarrassing thing to have someone walk in you while doing. Oh, this is gonna be unedited, by the way. I'm not gonna edit out a single bit of this. You know, I think it's all valuable. Oh god. Look, you know, I used to have a bit of a knack for this game. I was one of the goats, as the kids say these days. You know, I've still got it, as you can see. Oh, I was unlucky. He might take off some of my limbs, honestly, you know. That's what this guy does. Oh. Oh, he almost decapitated me. Gotta get back on my feet, you know. God, this guy sucks. Hey, come here, come here. No. That was the weakest thrust I've ever seen in my life. Jesus. No, just like take off his leg. It's really not that hard, bro. Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. I don't understand it. Gah. What? Gah. Why did that sound so weird? I'm using a monitor right now. I probably shouldn't. What if the audio sounds bad? If anyone even deigns to comment on this. Yeah. There we go. See, I've still got it. I've still got it. Now for, you know, the real skillful gameplay. I forgot what the slow mode is. Yeah. Alright, hold on. Let me look at controls. I need to, you know, also find something to talk about, bro. Right mouse button 2. So, oh yeah, I can do that. Alt. Okay, arrow time is F. Just lock on to the target. Okay, he's dead. No way. No way. Okay, just get down, bro. I feel bad. Yeah, no one talks about the socioeconomic state of the world enough, you know. Oh god. Oh no. Okay, I'm not doing Abyss. Abyss is actual cancer, so I'm just gonna like... Oh. I'm gonna have to edit that out, huh? No, you're good. No, it's gonna make. No, it's gonna. Disappointed in this game. Hmm. God. Oh, I have a special strategy for these ones. All you gotta do, right? Yeah, get down. I think there is this, you know, there is a starvation for authenticity and content, you know. Obviously, you know, people will point to Mr. Beast as at, you know, the start of that. But I think really the internet as a whole, you know, has had its effects on society and trust in people. Yeah, get down. I don't want to hear this guy scream anymore. There you go. Yeah. Oh, you know who I hate most in the world though is misanthropists. I think that's the word for it. You know, the hatred of humanity, I think, is cringe. You know, I think far too many people fall into the very nihilist trap. Oh, whoa. Of making very grand assumptions that humanity is some sort of objective evil, you know? I think people want to believe that. I think it's a lot more simple when you think that nothing can be done about anything, right? You know, life is really a lot more simple when you think that, you know, the bad side has already won. Or that, you know, whatever situation we're in has gone past the point of no return. I think it's always a lot more complicated. I think, you know, humanity has, you know, shown time and time again that it's actually, you know, being able to prevail is like, you know, our one thing that's kept us alive as a species for like 256,000 years. I think that's how long Homo sapiens has been on Earth, if I remember correctly. Oh god. I almost ripped off his arm, bro. Oh, he grazed me. He grazed me. Okay, no, that might have been a bit too much. Oh, I guess trip over something. I'll grab the stool. I can't even. Come on. Get down. Get down. Yeah, no, I got this. I can do this. Oh. Oh. Well. Can I turn Abyss off, actually, now that I think about it? No. No. Yeah, I gotta get the full game one day. But I just won't yet. Because I've heard it's not very well optimized. And I'm currently, as you can see, running this on low graphics. So, you know, I'm not in the best PC setup right now. Come on. You know, sometimes, as any man would do, I think, you know, many times about the you know, what it would be like to fight in a, you know, medieval or Bronze Age army. And, you know, of course I'd win. Obviously, we all know this. But, yeah, it's very interesting to think about what life would have been like back then. And, you know, we can kind of piece it together. You know, it's really not as mysterious as a lot of people make it out to be. I think people come up with their own folklore about this kind of stuff, about, you know, the stuff that they don't really know anything about. Like, you know, people think that medieval armies were like, you know, civilized and, you know, they'd just take turns hitting each other until someone died. It's really funny to think about. Yeah, he's gotta keep whacking at him. Yeah, but like, you know. Oh no, he grabbed the torch. Yeah, we should both tag team this guy. No, not me, not me. Oh god. You can really tell that I'm also in pain. Oh god, it's just 1v1. Okay, I'm gonna have to lock in. I'm on his guard. Oh god. Arrow time. Ow. What the? I'm really good at this game. You know, I was one of the best. I could have gone pro. I could have gone pro in half sword. I just decided not to. You know, I wasn't into the fame. Yeah, I don't know what the goal is for this video. The goal is to hit 30 minutes, honestly. It's gonna be a pretty bad first video. I don't really have much to talk about, okay? So, you know, you're just gonna have to deal with it. I'm gonna talk about rock climbing. That's what I'm gonna talk about. Yeah, I was adventuring my neighborhood quite a bit. You know, I'm of the upper echelon. Okay, I live in a gated community. Okay, yeah. You can grovel. Anyways, you know, I live in an awful HOA-ridden gated community. We can't even own chickens here. You know, it's just crazy. It's totalitarian, honestly. How can I be expected to live under these conditions? You know, I want to own a chicken farm and a beef farm in my backyard, obviously. I might turn game volume down. You know, I don't understand how I'm even supposed to, you know, continue living in this community when I'm not allowed to own chickens. Yeah, you know, I think one of the best therapies is just going outside and finding stuff. Yeah, or just going outside and walking anywhere, you know. I think that is one of the best, most like therapeutic things you can do. You know, I remember my first couple of adventures, you know, I just felt absolutely terrified of getting hit by a car or something. You know, I don't know, it's just cool walking around in a forest where you're probably not supposed to be. Saw a bunch of no trespassing signs. Aw, Yeah, I did admit to a crime. What are you gonna do about it? I mean, everyone's trespassed before, you know. Is it really such a evil thing? It's 11:13. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, I think, you know, right now in my life, at my nondescript point in my life, it's you know, the best time to learn about, you know, life experiences and, you know, I think now is probably the best time to discover who you are as a person, you know, in like teenagehood. I think it should be relatively clear that I'm a teenager based on the voice. But yeah. Oh. Okay, how am I supposed to avoid that? His weapon is just longer than me. Wait, his weapon is just longer than mine. Yeah, hit the side. Okay, see now I've got the upper hand. I have a pickaxe. And it's nice. I just remember walking for like 4 hours to the nearest park. Or no, 2 hours to the nearest park. And then, you know, another 2 hours walking around the nearest park. And you know, it was fun. I found some local rocks. I'm a big rock climber. So that was good to see. There's a bit of climbing potential, although the rock quality is very questionable. I found a pretty, I don't know, beautiful spot. Just nestled in the forest that has some nice rocks of even worse quality. So, you know, it is what it is. If anyone knows how to get, you know, really cheap crash pads, that would be much appreciated, because I need that right now. Oh god. Wake up. Wake up. I'm really just going through the ringer this time. Like, dang. Do I only get a helmet? No. Give me this. Oh, wait. I remembered a secret technique. If I swing in a certain way, it creates more power. I just gotta, like, stop the swing before it goes all the way through. Oh, yeah, that right there. Wait. Oh, no, it's just done, I think. Yeah, no, I'll spare you. Yeah, I'm the one with the weapon here. Kneel. Anyways. Wait, why did it pick up my breathing that time? It hasn't for the entire recording. I like specifically looked up audio settings that should cut out, like, you know, the breathing noises. I might just need to get a pee filter or something like that. I hope the audio quality is pretty cromulent, at least. you know, that's really all one can hope for in life. And I mean, just being outside, just with your thoughts, I think is really good. Maybe listening to some good music, you know. Gotta put on some Deftones. Gotta put on some let me just get that knife real quick. I gotta put on some Deftones. I am also 6'4", ripped, emotionally available, and this coke is overused. God. No. I can still fight. I can still fight. Okay, so. Thanks, buddy. God. The disrespect. Honestly. Can't believe it. You know, no one respects the art of brawling anymore, and get into a brawl with the boys anymore. I think that's what's wrong with society. No one brawls with the boys. Everyone should go out into the woods with like some dangerous weaponry and just brawl and see who wins. Hunger Games style. I'm gonna wait for them to fight it out, you know. I wish you could jump. I wanna jump one of these guys. Yeah, you can't take this. You can't take this. Get down. Look at him. He's bruised. He's bruised already. That's not normal. Hey, you can't keep up. You can't keep up. You can't keep up. Yeah, drop that weapon. Yeah, I forgot to speak for a little bit. Don't worry about that. I was too locked in. Alright. Now this time... Yeah. I really like, you know, getting the viewers immersed in every death. So I don't make it sound like I'm also getting, you know, brutally cut in half. I assume that's what that sounds like. Oop. I feel like I, you know, would make a bit of a louder sound if I had just gotten stabbed. Actually, no. No, I wouldn't. I'd be quiet. I'd say, wow. Cute little scratch you got there, and then I'd like special attack that guy. And then Obama would be there, Biden would be there, and everybody would kiss. You know. And then I'd call up the CIA. The CIA would say, good work, pal. My deodorant, whenever it's the end of the day, for some reason just starts melting and dripping down the side of my torso. Just so I'd let y'all know that. And yes, I do wear spray-on deodorant. Because I don't have time, like the rest of the plebeians, to get it like a stick and use that. Okay. I don't have time because I'm busy working my grind set. Yeah, like that. I'm busy investing, okay? I'm busy creating a future, okay? I'm busy getting bored apes. Remember bored apes? Yeah, I do. And the Bored Ape Yacht Club still remembers me. And my credit card information. Ow. God, this guy's a really mean bully, huh? I can't believe that guy, honestly. Yeah, I think I've seen a lot of small channels popping up where it's obviously not their first rodeo at YouTube. I think we've definitely moved far past the era of just being able to start your first channel and then immediately being popular. It's weird because I vaguely remember what people describe as like, better YouTube. And I just remember watching like Pyrocynical, but not iDubbbz because I was just slightly too late for that, luckily. I mean, can you imagine how much more racist I would have turned out? Instead I was just like a really weird, incel as an 8-year-old. Like, I really hated women as an 8-year-old. Which is funny. Yeah, how do you feel about that? I tried going back to some of the channels I used to watch just to see if, they'd still hit, and they did not. They did not hit. Oh my god, will you do something? I don't know, never watch the videos you're nostalgic for. They're always really bad. Unless it's like The Ultimate Showdown or something. See, that's a timeless classic. No, he's gonna die. No, he's gonna die. No. I hate this game. No, come here. Yep. God. What a chud. No. Use the knife correctly, okay? Okay, I'll just do it. I'll swing wildly at the target, which for some reason works better than using my brain, using my non-fully developed frontal lobe, okay? This game doesn't want you to think, it wants you to be part of the machine. Listen to what they're saying. Damn. Oh. I think I can spit up blood. I think this is gonna turn me into some sort of sadist. Alright. Oh. I saw that. I saw that. Hey, there's always a big butcher's knife right at the center. Ow! That's the sound I would have made if I got slashed across the chest with a giant axe. Ow! Youchie. That's the sound I would have made there. Ooh. Nice scratch, buckaroo. That's the sound I would have made there. It's like regular people being attacked with an axe versus me getting attacked with an axe. Okay. No, I would have lived that. I would have lived that. This game character isn't really a good representation of myself because I would have lived that. I mean I gotta make some progress today. I've made it to like whatever the second to last rank was. Come on. I just gotta lock in, okay? I haven't been locked in. I gotta lock in and, you know, make the best kind of content where I can sit here and don't say anything. Sorry. No, I had to make the best kind of content where I can sit here and forget to talk for a good 5 minutes. Probably gonna start playing like Spore or Minecraft next. Tell me what games you want me to play. I don't have a lot of games, but like maybe I'll have whichever ones you recommend in particular. Oh, I gotta start playing Elden Ring. I gotta get my game capture card set up again. That'd be hype. Come on. I'm so good at this. It didn't pick any of that up? Jeez. Oh, I don't know if you can see that, but one of my Steam friends is playing Slay the Spire 2. Tell me if that's base or chud-pilled in the comments. Yeah, wait, oh. How is he not down yet? There you go. Okay, I'm locking in. No more fooling around. No more fooling around. Yeah. I'm using the Q strategy. I'm ulting. Holy. Come here. Oh my, just put down the sword. Put down the sword already. This video is gonna be so awful. Okay, so that was the wrong thing to press. I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment. Okay. Lock in. You know, you gotta wait for your prey to come to you, and this guy... Oh. Yeah, I mean, he is the prey. I got what I wanted, and I skipped past it. Yeah, no, I mean, I think, I don't know, I think people care way too much about, I don't know, people talk about, you know, appearing nonchalant. I think it's not even that. People want to appear that way, even when they actually really care about the way they're perceived like everyone else. Hold on, wait, I'm locking in. I'm using all of my knowledge I've attained from watching Cell Sword Arts on YouTube Shorts. You know, I want to drop some life advice on the YouTube, but you know, I also want to win in video games. So which one is really more important? Easy. Easy. And look, I mean, it's not even close. I'm still standing. He's on the ground cowering. Wow. Wow. Okay, so that... I found an effective strategy, I think. This guy thinks his little buckler is gonna save him. That's what that kill is called, by the way. If you didn't know. If you're not an experienced Dark Souls player like me, okay. Oh god, playing Dark Souls is like, you know, it lends itself to giving peak life advice. This, I'm not as good at. Or I say I'm not as good at, I'm not good. I think, you know, saying not as good implies some degree of skill, which I do not have. Wow. I truly am the GOAT. Yep. That's me. Oh no, I forgot about this guy. Okay, wait, don't do it, okay. I just realized that was probably really loud. And I'm not apologizing. My audio levels are what they're supposed to be. And you can interpret that however you want. God, what am I even supposed to do in that situation? You know what? I'm probably gonna call it here. Yeah, this was a good first video. I may not even upload it, to be honest. If this gets uploaded, know that it was a complete miracle. No, I think everyone's just gotta have the confidence to do something that they really, you know, want to. I think so many people will just completely stray away from doing things that they want to do out of the fear of not immediately being good. Open the box. Open the box. You know, I think everyone has to realize that you're not gonna be immediately good at anything, actually. They're honestly gonna suck at whatever you try to do, ever. You know, I tried drawing, and I was like, yeah, this isn't for me. But really, I mean, it was more because I was too afraid to try. You know, I was too afraid of the process of learning, of the hours I have to, you know, inevitably put into something to be good at it, that I never even started to think, you know, is something I could maybe do in the future. Yeah, but maybe if I had kept that, I'd be in a very different spot right now. But, you know, the things I've kept with, I think, have led me to a very particular moment in life that I think I'm a lot more proud of. You know, I believe pretty firmly, I would say, in the idea that, oh, well, I believe pretty firmly in the idea that humans are like conscious and able to make conscious decisions. You know, I don't like redirecting the effort put into life to some magical idea that we are just like fully unconscious people who, you know, all of our decisions are made by the unconscious brain. Every, you know, route in life you take was pre-planned somehow. You know, I think that ultimately diminishes the value of existence. You know, how am I supposed to find value in an existence that's just a passenger seat? You know, to the unconscious mind. Oh, and if you're watching this, you should watch Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. It's the best movie of all time. I would link my letterbox, but that might not be a good idea. I feel like this is my little secret space, you know. I decided to put this on my channel called Prickle. I had a very short stint where I was like, okay, I'm gonna be a Twitch streamer. So I made a YouTube channel for that, and then I never streamed once, which is a good thing. It's a good thing I never went down the route of trying to become a Twitch streamer. Like, I'm already unemployed. Okay, so that hurt. Yeah, I mean, I'm very fascinated by human existence, honestly. I sound like an alien. Oh my god.
Have mercy on me. What gain is there in bloodshed?
I don't know. I think this is a pretty good first video. Sort of, you know, getting ready to probably wrap it up. Holy. It's been a lot longer than I thought it was. I mean, I'm getting about to wrapping it up probably. Tell me in the comments. Give this video a like. Give me a subscribe. Hit that subscribe and like button. No one's gonna watch this. And I honestly hope no one's gonna watch this. I hope no one watches this until like in 5 years. And, you know, if I keep going with this content, like, I don't want anyone to look at my first video for 5 years. And then, you know, I want it to eventually be unearthed, or, you know, eventually just watch it myself and look at how far I've come, hopefully. I think that's the goal. And if I can win, okay. Great time to say that. Great time to say that. I'm gonna beat this guy. I'm gonna wrap it up. Been going for a bit long here, and I haven't really said anything of substance. Wow. And that guy was not very resilient, huh? Always gotta grab the gloves, you know, for a bit. Oh! You almost hit my back there. Alright, come on. You know, I think I like looking back at every YouTuber I watch. I like looking back at their first video. And if you look, like a lot of, I mean, a lot of people do that. A lot of YouTubers who've been going for a while, you know, their first video has like, I don't know, 5 million views, and the one after that has like 200,000. You know, people place a lot of value on the moment when something started. I think I did too. You know, I always want to know when I'm researching, you know, the very, very beginning of something. You know, I want to learn it chronologically. I think everyone appreciates some form of concrete progression in learning something. You know, it feels like you're leveling up.
I cried. No.
All right. I'm gonna lock in. I'm gonna beat the first boss, and I'm gonna call it. And I'm probably gonna play like Spore tomorrow or something. Wow. Come on. Yeah, I want to end the video. You know, I realize I really could at any point. But, you know, feels good to find a more natural stopping point. Great champion. I do love some. I think they're speaking Old English or Middle English. And some Middle Frank. I'm somewhat of a linguistics guy myself. Holy, I forgot how to fight this guy completely. I'm cooked. I'm cooked at video games. I got no money. I got no house. No, I got no life. Yeah, truly cooked. Just get down. Thank you. Okay. I am going to lock in. You realize? Okay, you're like an insignificant pawn. Okay, you're like a little speck of dust in the Sahara. And I am like the tsunami. I'm quoting that one time the Gumball voice actor cursed out Dream in a car and also said a couple slurs. Which I can say, by the way. That's right. I'm the woker. And also, probably autistic. Anyways. Yeah, no, I would say this is a pretty good first video. Better than my first video. Or, you know, my first video, which had no audio and was just Roblox gameplay. So, you know, anything really is better. Can I kill myself? I want to like figure out, I can definitely get outside the map. So I'm gonna wrap it up. 53 minutes, holy. And I'm gonna upload all of it